evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents. A Beaver County man is being held for murder. And more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I am your host, BlackChat56, and I am, of course, joined by our relative newcomer, actually. So, yeah, that long ass pause because I had to actually figure out some words. Anyways, our relative newcomer still, his second appearance on the podcast, the RealCinephile, aka George.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. Should be an interesting episode tonight.
Interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not one that's going to go on for 3 hours.
You never know.
Please, I got a bit of time.
I know, I do too. And of course, we're also joined by the lovely, I guess now angelic, even though I thought it was always going to be horns replacing that thing. Anyways, HungryHufflepuff, aka Ali.
Don't mistake me for those sticks up the ass.
The horns are in the mail. That's what's happening. The horns are in the mail.
There we go.
Which is awkward since she works for Amazon.
Exactly.
No,
right?
the horns are in the last person who compared me to an angel.
There we go. And of course, we're also joined by the wonderful Hannah.
I'm just scared.
That she is. But she has a couple words to say, I'm sure.
I always got
Just a
words.
few. That's fair. And of course, we're also joined by the wonderful and always amazing to have DJ Lionheart, aka Leon.
Hey, everybody. Another day.
Wonderful to hear you.
Yeah. And of course, we're also joined by, finally, in a fucking Hawaiian shirt, Gallows.
Hey, look, I finally got around to washing my stuff. So.
What was it, babe?
This is gonna be a PG fucking stream. Calm down.
That's the one who just
Not
said
with
fucking.
these people.
Okay.
That's the point. It's supposed to be.
Okay,
I mean,
cool. Because
Leon
I was like trying to figure out where the
already
fuck
go
are you grabbing PG from? Last I checked, there's an R all over this shit.
That's the
Condoms.
Condoms.
Well, okay.
Fucking condoms.
Christian,
Okay,
I'll tell you
condoms.
exactly where the P and G. I'll tell you exactly where the P and G came from. The P came from my name, and the G came from Gallows.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Always works.
Always does. All right. So we can't have a normal episode of the podcast without going into a little segment we like to call weekly updates. This is where we basically get to tell everybody how our week was going. It also helps everybody else get a little bit loose-lipped and just gets everybody comfortable in talking in general. So, George, I'm going to start with you.
This has been a very, very busy week. So content has taken a slight backseat this week, and that's okay because I'm going to start catching up this coming week. However, I've been making some other moves outside of my normal TikTok content, which is I'm now talking to Circle Collective and Utopia Films, and they have started to send me preview materials for movies that are going to be coming out or have already come out. So now we're in a contract for me to review their movies. They know that I'm going to be honest about it. So no matter what the movie's like, I'm going to give it an honest review. But now they're sending me materials, and I have 3 movies to watch by them. So I'm really excited about that. It's been a lot of emails back and forth, and I'm fucking stoked.
Dude, I would be too. That's
one of those things.
That sounds like a dream
That is
job.
awesome,
for me,
awesome.
man. Like just reviewing movies that I get to watch.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for shit, but
Oh,
you know,
well, there
like,
you go. Yeah. You
now
gotta
I've
start
got
somewhere.
Oh, so
I've
it's a
got
hobby.
yeah, right now, shut the fuck up. It's not a hobby.
Not a hobby. It's not a phase, Mom.
I got to figure out a way to parlay this into actual income. So yeah, but I'm super excited. Like things are kind of rolling along, and I'm super happy with it.
That's good.
Who knows? Maybe this is like a trial run for you, and then, like, okay, we'll, depending on how things go, then they'll like start rolling in.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I do want to parlay this into is doing these reviews and see if I can interview some of the talent that's behind these movies. So whether that's directors, producers, you know, cinematography, actors, actresses, whatever, I would love to be able to start doing that. So that's what I'm pushing towards.
Fair enough.
Nice. That's fun.
Is that you?
The hell?
That's your chair, isn't it?
It's my damn chair. I need some fucking
Okay,
WD-40.
I was just about to recommend that. I would recommend some WD-40 on that shit. Alrighty then. All right, Allie, got to ask the age-old question. How was your week?
It was all right. Officially off of MET for the foreseeable future.
Yay!
Especially after the last bit, which instead of giving us a full hour, just divided it in half on either end of our shift, they gave us 45 minutes.
That's good.
But I will say that with all the talk against Amazon, they did kind of make me feel appreciated by giving me a full-size, really good pumpkin pie at the end of the shift.
That's always good.
Lucky.
To me, it looked like a
I love a
Costco
full
pie,
size
but
pumpkin
still,
pie.
Costco's still good. Does still have some good.
It
pumpkin
probably
pie.
was a Costco pie, but it was still a good pie.
That's always good.
That's the only good place to get pumpkin pie is Costco.
Not even. Go Miller's or HEB. One of those two. Other than that, maybe Costco.
I have to argue my grandma's pumpkin pie is pretty good.
Well, it's
I'm talking
homemade.
store
That's
bought. Homemade's a whole other thing.
Homemade pies, if you actually get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, that has done it for years, like grandmothers, you're always going to have a good pie.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
That is very true, honestly.
Oh, Hispanic grandmother? Never mind. It's a whole.
Oh,
That's a whole different ballgame.
You're not getting pumpkin pie. You're getting tres leches cake, and it's fucking amazing. Like,
exactly.
screw the pumpkin pie. Give me the tres leches. Give me all of the, the cinnamon flavored desserts, whatever you got. Just feed it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's the one thing with my great grandma. She would actually put a little too much nutmeg in her pumpkin pie. It was still delicious because it was all homemade, everything from scratch, but still just a little too much nutmeg.
Yeah. And in my opinion, when it comes to holiday stuff, you can never have enough nutmeg. You can never have enough nutmeg. Alrighty then. So, I know this is gonna be an interesting one for sure. Hannah, how was your week?
Words.
Words.
Hey, you were right. She does have words for us.
I do.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, I teach kinder, and I want to throw myself off of a bridge. If anybody is watching this for my employment legally, this is a joke. I promise.
Some days.
Legally, this is a joke. But it's been a week. Literally, the week before any holiday makes me want to cry.
Because kids are done, you're done.
The kids are done. I'm done. The admin is still expecting us to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, why are you expecting a 5-year-old to know what certain things are? Right?
Exactly.
Like there's certain things that I'm teaching. I'm like, I didn't learn this until I was in 2nd grade. Why?
Those
But-
test preps, bro. Those test preps in schools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Hey,
I
solid
know
week
how
off.
she feels since I used to help my mom run a daycare. So, same age group. I understand.
So that's why when I come home, I refuse to hear Miss Maxie, Miss Maxie, Miss Maxie, and he does it just to piss me off. And I'm like,
I do it on the weekends.
because my rule is I'm Miss Maxie during the week, and I'm Hannah. That's my rule. So he just does it to piss me off, and he thinks it's funny because
I
he's
do.
so funny.
I am funny. Thank you for noticing.
Nope, too easy.
One of
Low
the-
hanging fruit. Don't hit it.
Stop.
You realize this is gonna hit you in the ass
Oh,
some
it's hit me in the
form
ass
someday.
on multiple occasions already. I just refuse to stop because I'm stubborn.
That you think it's funny.
No, no. Another one I will always say is like, I swear to God, it would be. I would find it funny, but I know for a fact she would find it annoying and actually kind of like tense up. is if we're out in public on like a date or something, and we'll just hear Miss Maxie, and yeah, she immediately just
Run.
yeah, run. She'll just start running. I'll just start laughing. It's just
We are not going anywhere in Louisville. We are going anywhere else.
that's fair.
Hey,
I mean, we'll go to
true.
like a restaurant in Louisville, but that's different.
Yeah,
Can I help you?
run into the kids.
What is
Hey,
your
you're the one that
problem?
pulled him out.
We
of his
still
net.
run into the kids that we had the daycare in, and one of them I've known since she was a year old, and she's almost as tall as me now.
Out of
Going
you
into
kids
middle
last year,
school.
they were
It's
almost
always
my
the
height.
weirdest
They
thing.
were first graders.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course,
I got
Brandon,
told-
I'm 5 foot on a good day, so
I got told about a month ago that one of the kids I used to babysit is 18 now, and I'm just sitting here like, no.
Right?
Oh, I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. I have this weekend. I actually, I'll get into it whenever it's my section. We'll go from there. That's part of my weekend update. All right. So Leon, I gotta ask you, how was your week?
It's going all right. Still dealing with some other stuff in the background. The hype of my past couple weekends has slowed down a lot. Allie and Gallows weren't here for this. So Saturday, a while back, I did a fall festival, and that resulted in my DJ business getting a radio shout out on a local radio station. And then Halloween comes around, and still haven't seen the article, so maybe it didn't happen, but my mom, myself, and my friend who we were staying at doing the music for Halloween, we all got interviewed for the newspaper. So hopefully that brings in some business. I gave the reporter my business card and whatnot, and that's when I, as we were going into, ran into one of our daycare kids who told us they were going into middle school. And I'm like, no.
yeah, that's how I feel. My first graders last year, they were born the same year. I think I was a senior in high school. I'm like, I feel old. But gross.
Yeah, it was just crazy, but haven't heard anything yet, but hopefully still waiting. I know people are going to be hectically busy for Thanksgiving coming up and whatnot, so I'm not expecting any gigs to come around. Hopefully get some good ones for December.
I apologize. I'm trying to currently dick with this shit.
You're good. But yeah,
Remember, folks, we're professionals.
Professionals for
Professionals.
sure.
Professionals.
Professionals at heart. It never shows in our podcast, but we're professionals at heart.
That we are. Professionals at heart is the best way to put it.
We try. We just try.
Son of a bitch. All right.
And meanwhile, George just looks like he's staring off into space.
I'm up. No. I'm looking. I'm listening to you. My camera is set in a weird place, so it always looks like I'm staring off into space when I'm really not. My camera is like right here, and then I have another screen up here, and I have another screen over here. So like,
this man has the 4 monitor setup. Like that's exactly what's going on.
yeah, I got a lot going on.
Someday I'll have a setup like that for TJ.
Someday I may have something at least halfway impressive like that. So, alrighty then.
Someday.
Yeah, isn't it always never coming?
You know what? It's called credit card debt. Try it out. It's great. Love it. It's so much fun.
You're right.
I have a TikTok about credit card debt. If you check it out.
Tomorrow I might buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt. Credit card debt. All right, Gallows. How was your week?
It was okay, I guess. Just going through a lot, actually.
All right.
When you're having a good couple of months, and then all of a sudden your life decides to kick you in your balls. So that's how my week went, basically.
I'm sorry.
But I'll figure it out like I always do. That's fine.
Yeah. That's the best mentality you can have. Just keep going.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, and always talking to friends. At least it helps me a lot.
Talking to somebody always helps.
That's I don't know. Growing up all my life, that's how it's never been. I've always been told keep that to yourself. Oh, for the most part, I try to. If I'm in a real situation, I'll probably talk to somebody, but usually I try not to. Usually.
Me too.
Yeah. I have an unfortunate thing about that sometimes, as I do tend to bottle up some stuff, and then the slightest thing will just knock it over, and then I have to start over again. So, yeah. No,
Deep breath, tamp it down, let it out when nobody's around.
Yeah.
Long car drives are great for that. But
You
that's
know
a different.
great for that? Happy pills, which I take.
Yeah, sometimes.
I
Just
just
smoking pot too, but I mean,
Smoking pot definitely helps, but not a lot of jobs really want you doing that.
But
yeah,
it's an
but it's
interesting
always
thing
it's
because
none of your business.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
That's where I'm with it. Yeah, like it's none of their business, right?
I'm not showing
Yes.
up. I'm not showing up high. I'm not showing up drunk. Who gives a shit what I do on my off time?
There it is.
yeah,
Pretty
especially
much.
when it comes. No, I'm in Oregon, so we all it's legal here to do that, but yet
You lucky
places
bastard.
some trust me, it's not a good market. Anyway, even though it's legal here, some places still don't want you to have it, but it's like I know quite a few people, including myself, who are not necessarily medically dependent on it, but need it medically every once in a while for one issue or another. Like for me, it's for pain and sleep.
There you go.
If Texas ever decides to go the medical route, I will more likely end up getting it due to the fact that I have insomnia. I was diagnosed with insomnia, so yeah, I would love to smoke pot while sleeping. That'd be great.
Honestly, I don't think even if all the states made it recreational, it would be that great of a deal. A lot of people are like, "Oh, good, pot's finally legal." It's like, yeah, it's still gonna be taxed the fuck out of. You're still gonna have to be 21 in order to smoke it. You still can't smoke it on the job. You are still
can't
liable
smoke it
to
in
getting.
certain areas in public.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, somebody's gonna backward engineer a freaking breathalyzer test that'll detect THC in your breath. I guarantee you, somebody's already working on it right now.
Oh, more than likely.
I don't doubt it. More than likely, they're doing that in California or any state that has it legal all the way for that exact reason: smoking while high, while driving. Sorry,
Yeah, while
high,
driving, yeah.
You know what I fucking mean.
Yeah.
Good for that.
Fair enough. All right. Alrighty then. So
Christian,
uh,
how was your week?
So, my first cousin has had a kid. It was his first birthday, so I got to go to that birthday party on Sunday, and it was great to catch up with that side of the family. I have not seen them really since the Thanksgiving after my great grandmother's funeral. I saw some of them at my grandfather's funeral, but that's different. It was like I was seeing cousins that I have not seen since the first funeral. So, it was great catching up with them. Yeah, they definitely had some like, I thought, it was kind of one of those like realizations, like, damn, I thought my life was starting to suck ass. These kids aren't even 18 yet, and their life already sucks, worse than mine. And it just comes down to, and of course, I mean with some certain aspects. Like, obviously, I don't mean everything sucks. I got this. I got the person right below me right now. All that other stuff. I have all that going for me. But there's other aspects where I'm like, damn, I wish that could be better, but no. And no, like these kids, they're not even 18. I found out one of my cousins is already going into the Navy, and he's 17. But granted, he's a good enough kid. He's smart enough. He's going to be missile. I forget what it is. It's something to do with missiles. I think it's the electronics side of missiles. I forget exactly what it was.
In my pocket.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But no, I mean, that's what it comes down to. And then, of course, his younger brother, who, I mean, I watched these kids more or less grow up. I was there when he was born. I was there when his brother was born. I mean, like, these were kids that I played around with and everything when I was like a teenager. So, it was great seeing them. Obviously, I got to see my two younger cousins because their parents are actually my cousins, more or less. They're my mom's cousins. But did I mention my family is complicated?
Who's this?
Just this thing.
Family
The
in
words right
general
out of my
is
mouth.
Who doesn't have a
Yeah.
shitty cousin?
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I called them my cousins because I called her my aunt. Because I mean, to be fair, she was my mom's age, but she's my mom's cousin. So their two youngest kids I have not seen in years, like since I graduated high school in years, kind of thing, right? And so one of them's 14, the other one's like 16, 17. I'm like, for the love of God, stop. But one of them is still one of them. I called her Spider Monkey because she would always climb on people's backs, and for whatever reason, she liked mine for some reason. I don't know what it was, but she would always like literally climb on my back, and she is still. What's the best way to put this? She is still built like a twig. So luckily, when she did that to me, she jumped on my back. She weighed nothing, so that was great.
Kids
But-
identify big kid energy. They really do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So it comes down to that. And I mean, like I grew up with some of these kids as like siblings. So I have close relationships with some of these people, and it sucks that we all split apart. But now I've been invited to Thanksgiving on that side of the family, so that's fun. Also, the one down below me is also allowed to go as well.
Thanksgiving is gonna be a hot mess express. Do you know how many things I can go to?
I do. I'm gonna be there for 3 of them.
4 if you have Friday off. Because I'm dragging. Because if you're dragging me to that side of family, I'm dragging you to my side.
That's actually
It's only
fair.
fair.
I'll give you credit. I will give you that. That is actually
So
genuinely
literally,
fair.
Thanksgiving Day, we're going to his parents' Thanksgiving. Then we're
Which
going
is
to
not
my
a-
mom's.
Yeah.
Then we're going
for
to my mom's for dessert. Then we're going
then-
to go back to his side of the family for extended family Thanksgiving. Then we're doing my family on Friday for our Thanksgiving. So it's going to be a lot.
So if I
Ooh,
randomly
fucking son of a
disappear off the
god.
face of the earth, you now know why.
In other words, he will be in a food coma and won't be around for a bit.
No, it might be I might be dead because her side of the family doesn't like me, kind of thing.
We're,
No, I'm
we're
kidding.
a whole bunch of Hispanics. We're going to come after you with a chancla.
Chatla,
my God.
shovel,
God,
rattlesnake,
The most
rattlesnake
feared weapon known
tequila.
to man.
Yeah. No, I can name like 5 things that they'll come after me with, but primarily it will be the Chatla. But no, yeah. No,
Yeah, you better work out your liver, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, work that liver out.
Yeah.
Well, what's
And you
funny
better
is
be up until 3 o'clock in the morning drinking.
the funny thing is no, I don't think she's gonna make me stay that long. No,
No.
not drinking. No, that's different. But no, I already have 1 alcohol that I can never have again.
We do.
I've told this story a
Oh.
couple times. Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah, that's
You
right.
can never have rum. Yours is like multiple brands of alcohol.
No, mine's just rum.
Just rum. Yeah, in general. Mine is a
goodness.
specific rum. Yeah, I know. That's why I said yours is rum in general.
Yeah.
Mine is a specific brand. I
Malibu.
can never have it again.
Oh,
No,
you mean
Kraken.
Kraken?
Malibu tastes like ish and it's gross. And
Yeah.
that and
That's-
Fireball.
Fireball has always been nasty though. I hated Fireball.
hmm
Granted,
Fireball
I
has
hate
that kick
artificial
of
cinnamon.
fucking steam.
I hate artificial cinnamon flavor, and that's literally what it tastes like. It literally tastes
Jägermeister
like-
is mine. I can never drink Jägermeister again. Like
I've
that-
heard a lot of people say that about that drink in particular for them. It's
That-
always Jaeger.
that ended at 25 years old for me, and I'm 44. So yeah, that is done.
If it like
I was-
Gabriel Augusta said, if it can make you say your name, why make you say his name while it's drunk, then don't drink it. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. That's why Jaeger is always dangerous. And it's really sticky too, so you're doing 5-minute abs.
Yeah.
Man, I bet you had fucking washboards, didn't you?
I mean, I looked pretty good back in the day. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
there you
yeah.
go.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh,
gross.
back
It
in
was so gross.
yesteryear. But anyways, yeah, no, mine for me is Kraken rum. Hers in general is just rum. She
Mine's
can't have
just
rum ever
rum.
again.
It-
Yeah, she
it
doesn't
was
like
bad.
it.
It was bad. Never again.
Yeah. I can have other kinds of rum. I can never touch Kraken. I can't even smell Kraken. Like if somebody cracks it open, I can smell it. I start driving. I'm like, yeah, no. Mine was so bad I should have gone to the hospital. But that's a different story for a different time. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into Now Showing. This week for Now Showing, we actually have 2 movies again. Holy shit! It's about damn time. All right, so we have exactly. So we have Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and we also have the new Eli Roth horror movie Thanksgiving, which I'm also very excited about. Kinda, sorta. Just replace the eat with gobble, gobble, gobble. But then we're good. Gobble, 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 gobble. Anyway,
Never do that again.
Gobble, gobble.
Never do that again.
gobble. Anyway. So, on to the Hunger Games prequel. This apparently follows Snow, if I'm not mistaken.
It
I'm
does.
going to let her take over on this one. She
Yeah.
knows more about it than I do.
I don't have the fucking book with me, but I am so excited for this movie. I read the book; it was really good, so I'm interested to see how it measures up to that.
Probably not well.
Probably
Listen,
not.
listen. Okay, I'm
Listen,
still
Linda.
excited. Okay, but it does follow Snow and Lucy Gray, which there's a conspiracy theory that Lucy is like Katniss's grandmother, but I highly doubt it.
That's just people trying to connect it to other bullshit. That's really what it comes down to.
And it doesn't really matter because the events of the Hunger Games with Katniss doesn't happen for another 50, 60 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Well,
Is it what,
look
it's
at
a
how
75
old
year
Donald
difference?
Sutherland was when he did the first
Well, hold
Hunger
on, let me
Games.
go get my book. Hold on.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think Snow was like in his 60s, 70s by the time the first Hunger
70s
Games.
to 80s. like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
had
mean,
to be
Donald
because
Sutherland was
it's
around that time,
75
around that
years.
age too. Yeah. I do know.
Nah, I don't know.
I do know one of the controversies is because Rachel Zegler is in this movie. A lot of people are boycotting it, even some Hunger Games fans. A lot of people
Why?
don't like her.
What did she?
A lot of people
Why-
don't like
Just
her.
because they don't
What's
like
the
her?
controversy
Hold on,
there?
hold on. What did she do? The question is, what did she do for them not to
She
like her?
bashed Snow White
White.
abhorrently over all the press interviews that she's done, and just her personality in general.
Oh,
She thinks
Fair
she's
enough.
hot shit,
Oh,
even though she's
okay.
barely done like what 2 movies.
Fair
Barely
enough.
done 2 movies,
Of course.
and honestly, not that great of an actress.
Exactly. She can sing. I'll give her that. She can fucking sing. She absolutely can sing. But
It's funny
that's
you
really
brought
about
up
the
Rachel
only thing
from-
I've never liked about that. So.
yeah.
So,
Anyway.
anywho,
You're finished.
so this all takes place at the 10th Hunger Games,
Mhm.
and Cornelius is 18. So the first Hunger Games was the 24th. No, that doesn't seem right. I forget off the top of my head.
I don't know. Honestly.
Hold
What
on.
I've gathered,
Hold on.
this year in particular, they're trying to not. What's the word I'm looking for?
No, it's the 74th.
74.
74th.
Right. So
So it's 6. I can't do math all of a sudden. Oh my gosh.
what did we say? We're on 24th in this one and 74th.
No, this one is 10th.
Okay.
Katniss is 74th.
So that's 10th and 74.
This is 10th and 74th. So it's 64 years in between.
There you go.
And
Okay.
Oh shit.
no 18 in this.
So hold on. 18 plus 64.
18 plus 64. That's gotta be what?
You're looking at 82.
82. So Snow was 82 during Katniss's games.
Dang.
And he was old.
So
Yep. But
I'm excited.
yeah, I will say this: the one thing that does like look interesting is they do change the aesthetic to where it's like more like a 1950s retro thing, but you still have the futuristic sci-fi, which is interesting.
Well,
And I think this is the first time they're
when-
trying to like socialize the games, like make it like a made-for-TV kind of thing.
Wasn't it because like didn't the world end before the game started? Like there was a whole nuclear winter or something like that, and then they had to restart everything.
You may
Yeah,
That's
know more
why it's
about
like
this than
a
I do.
I believe
50
so. Yes.
science fiction X guess for it.
I honestly don't even know.
Yes. I
Yeah.
think so.
I tried reading the books. I tried reading the books, at least the first one. I couldn't get into it, but the movies were really good.
I
I
read
enjoyed them.
all 3 Hunger Games books in a matter of like a month.
I had to read the first one for school, and then we actually saw
The same.
the movie because of school, so I got to see it regardless. And then I did go and see the other ones following because my mom really liked them, and I also liked them as well. All of my siblings did. I still, to this day, think the first movie should have been rated R.
I agree, 100%. It should have
think
been
the
rated
last
R.
They should have had the
Absolutely.
balls to go rated. I'm not gonna lie.
There in the book, there were some really brutal scenes,
Yeah.
and they definitely went the PG-13 route, of course,
Oh,
to make
yeah.
it more accessible for people.
And I
And I can't stand that. It's like, you know, it's not like it was over the top. It's not like Terrifier or something. It's just, you know, it was a brutal thing to happen, and it's these kids that are taking
Look at
each
its
other out. So,
inspiration. The author has come out and said like Battle
Royale.
inspired Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and considering that I believe it was in the first book that Peeta lost his leg, and they didn't even include it. In
Yeah, I
the
forgot
movie.
about
They
that.
didn't even
Oh
address
man,
it.
they should have.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would have
That's
been a
interesting.
great ending. She
Yeah.
carrying him on his. She carrying him on his.
You know what's
on her
funny
shoulder.
about the movies is I always forget Woody Harrelson is in those movies.
Really?
Yeah, he's in all
He
three
is.
of the first. He's in all 4 of them technically. Yeah,
He's
I like him.
He's Katniss's trainer.
yeah.
Hey Mitch.
Haymitch, yeah, Haymitch.
Yeah.
I think he was an original winner
Oh, yeah.
too, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's all the trainers. Yeah,
I think
all
he
the
was in
trainers were winners.
20. Oh gosh, in the 20-something games, I forget.
So-
off the top of my head.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, because Woody Harrelson's like what,
His
pushing
his
70?
age. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
Hold on.
I never read the books.
Yeah.
I never read the books. I've seen the films. They're okay. They're not my cup of tea. Like, but
I don't know. That second one was pretty damn good. I liked Catching Fire. Catching
Yeah, I
Fire was
did
really
too.
good. I think that's the best out of the series.
As soon as I started reading the books, I was hooked. I read all 3 books in 3 days.
you
And
go.
I couldn't put them down.
Really?
Like, I had time off. I wasn't working, and I was like, you know, when I have time off, I don't watch TV as much. I tend to read more books and stuff just to get that time in.
Mhm.
And I couldn't stop reading them. Like, it was get up in the morning, start reading, eat breakfast, read, take a shit, read, fucking anything I was doing. I was just reading those books. I got really sucked into that story. So, you know, like, it was a nice vacation for me.
Last time I did that was I got really, really sucked into Percy Jackson. Because I
Okay.
remember when it first came
That's a
out
good
as a kid,
one.
I didn't really like it. I was like, this is boring. And then I finally started reading it. I'm like, holy shit, I love this series.
I was like that for the Percy Jackson books, the Inkheart trilogy. Great books.
I heard
by the
Inkheart
way.
was a really good trilogy.
Inkheart is
love-
Terrible
such a good
movie.
one.
Terrible movie.
Sadly,
but
yes, it
really
was a
good.
terrible
Yeah.
movie.
could've done
And
so much better
also
with
the Cirque du Freak books. Those
Cirque du
are
Freak was
great.
another one that, like, once I started, I could not put it down. Cirque du Freak
Mhm.
is phenomenal.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
a bad
that's-
movie. It just tries to do too much from the books. It takes like 5 books into one, and it's like you needed to just focus on the first 2, and you would have been fine.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I wouldn't mind a Cirque du Freak series like what they're doing with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I would too. I would love that. Anyway, so speaking of killing sprees, this time it hopefully doesn't involve children. Well, at least not actual children. This might be people pretending to be children, but that's
Fuck
a different
them
story.
kids.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's exactly what Eli Roth said whenever he wrote this movie for Thanksgiving. This is
Nice.
actually this is kind of a full circle thing because Grindhouse had a fake trailer for a Thanksgiving slasher movie, and Eli Roth approved it. And so now he's like, well, I actually finally want to do a Thanksgiving movie, and he's finally doing it. A lot of people are saying they were not going to support it. Like, a lot of people in the horror community have said that they're not going to support it because of the TikToker. I forget her name. Is it Addison Rae or whatever the fuck her name is is in this movie.
Oh, her?
I think so.
Oh, she is? Oh,
What
no.
about her?
Yeah.
Man, I
Apparently, she's not very well liked.
Yeah, but what did she do about the
So-
She's
movie?
really not.
I don't know.
She's a
No,
very mediocre actress, too. It's like...
I'm just gonna say, it's about time Thanksgiving got a slasher. We've had Valentine's Day.
Hey,
We've
hey,
had
hey.
Leopard.
Hold
Let
on.
me
We
fucking
had
finish.
things killing. We had things
Rude.
killing.
Let me fucking
No,
finish.
shut up. Hey, let her finish.
Okay.
Mr. I interrupt everybody.
We've had
Let her finish.
Valentine's Day. We've had St. Patrick's Day. We've had a myriad of Halloween style slashers. We've had fucking Christmas out the wazoo. It's time we had a new take on the Thanksgiving slasher.
On 100% agreed. And
Right.
I
I
guess the
100%
thing about
agree.
this
might even
is
give
Addison
Thanksgiving
Rae
a
is
right
in
to
the
be an actual
movie.
holiday.
Hold on. Who the hell has all this reverb?
I have
I think
no
it's like-
idea.
It's probably Gallows.
Yeah.
Probably Gallows.
I'll be back.
All right.
It's probably Gallows.
Shocker! It was Gallows.
It is
There
Gallows.
is.
It was
Yeah, there it goes. Clear. I can finally
You can
think for
always
once.
tell.
We can
No.
always tell some reason.
Addison
You can
Rae
hear
is in the movie. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So if that's the controversy, I still don't give a shit. Like whatever she's done, fine. Whatever. You know, there's certain people that like I kind of don't like in the industry, but I still like their movies because it's not just them that made the movie. Like there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of other people and artists, producers, directors, you know, all the other actors that contributed their time and their craft to a movie. It's like, so I'm going to shit on the entire movie for one person? No, thank you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that fucking petty.
Precisely.
That is the same mindset I felt with Hogwarts Legacy.
Same. Like
I never played it. So.
I still
like,
haven't played it, but
I'm
I want to
still-
get it.
I'm still against Rowling on a personal level. Love the world she created. Love the additions that the fans have made.
Mhm.
I fight with myself anytime something comes out that I'm interested in that will direct money her way.
Oh, it's already done. Like she's so rich. She's so rich. And there's so many things like it's already an unstoppable force at that point. So
Mhm.
it's like, let's just enjoy it for what it is because, you know, it's still something that you can relate to, even though they might be a shitty person. Yeah. Like I still don't like, I still want to enjoy this thing, you know,
Yeah.
it's there.
Are we talking about separating the artist from the work? Is that what we're talking about?
We've had these conversations before, especially
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
I am all for you can separate J.K. Rowling from enjoying Harry Potter. There's only one franchise that I will never separate from the artist, and that's because I already I have a love-hate relationship with it anyways, and that's Jeepers Creepers.
Why did I know you were going to
Why?
say that? I
Well,
knew
and
you were
so-
going to
hold on,
tell
hold
me.
on, I
You can-
forgot
Yeah,
why.
I can.
Wait,
So,
why though? Why did you-
It's a pretty rough one.
it is a pretty rough one. So the creator, if I remember correctly, was he accused or was he convicted?
He was convicted.
He is a convicted rhymes with Geppetto.
Oh, okay,
He's
okay.
a
Now I get it. I get why now.
Yeah.
I get why now.
Yeah. So like that's one of those like I already had a love-hate relationship with it because it's such a unique creature, but such shitty fucking movies.
Well,
God, those movies are awful. Anyways,
Christian, You know
The
exactly
first one was
why-
good. Honestly, the first one was good. The last two were okay. What?
I've
Fuck
never
you,
watched
Gallows.
them, so
maybe. Anyways, you were saying, Allie?
Well, yeah. You know exactly why I have such a problem with Rowling. I have the same love-hate relationship with the Harry Potter franchise. Love the world, love it, love all the additions. Would love to work with against the plot holes. Hate that woman on a personal level.
What I always find funny that people hate about J.K. Rowling, and then I won't say anything else, is she agrees with everything that almost everybody hates her. Almost everything else except one thing, and that one thing,
Oh,
while very valid, everybody despises her for it. But yet she is probably the most that way leaning, except on that one key issue. I find that funny. It's not one of those like I'm not gonna diss you, Allie. Obviously, you have your reasons why you do not like the woman, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just I find it funny that the masses don't like her because of that one thing.
And she agrees with everything except that.
Except that.
Well,
Exactly.
and that all comes down to everybody finding their own personal reason for dealing the thing.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. And Allie, if I upset you in that way, I do apologize.
You're
I wasn't
fine,
trying.
you're fine.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. So, back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Sorry, Thanksgiving. My joke I was trying to make was because you're like, it's about time somebody did a Thanksgiving slasher. I'm like, Thanksgiving 3, mind you.
How long has it been?
Fuck you. Those movies are terrible. Anyways,
There's no need for a fucking period. Point
I
blank.
know.
I will go. No. Do not make a part 3. Holy shit! And look,
They already did.
Well, they
Well,
did. I didn't know that.
so Thanksgiving 3, the joke is that Thanksgiving 2 was lost to the masses. That's the whole point. So
Oh.
it goes Thanksgiving, you have Thanksgiving, and then you have Thanksgiving 3, and the
I
joke
saw
is
part
that there
1,
is.
and that's all I needed to see. Like,
Oh,
it was
Thanksgiving is even
so
worse. Or
bad.
Thanksgiving 3 is worse.
I'm going to point out your argument further proves my point.
I know. There is one
Always.
good Thanksgiving slasher movie, but it's just a regular guy, and it's a B movie in and of itself. Because it's like, oh look, I have a red stain on my shirt. And somebody is like, is that cranberry sauce? He goes,
Nope.
no, that's not cranberry sauce. I'm like, good fucking God.
Dude, what the fuck?
And he says it like in the most like patronizing yet serious way. He's like, that's not cranberry sauce. And I'm like, oh dear God.
The most
This movie
nonchalant way
is
to say it.
terrible. But the kills are pretty good. I'll give it that. Like there's some pretty good like low budget graphic stuff in it. If you're looking for, I forget what the name of it is, but you can find, just look up Thanksgiving movie kill counts, and you'll find it on Dead Meat. I forget which one it is, but you'll know it when you see it. It looks like it came out of the 70s, and it looks like it was made in somebody's basement. You'll know it.
The
So,
most
like, the
shittiest
70s.
looking one.
Oh, you want to know something really funny about this Thanksgiving horror movie that's coming out is that Patrick Dempsey's in it, and people just voted him the sexiest man of 2023. I think that this is
That's funny.
absolutely delightful.
That
I
is
am
funny.
so happy about this.
Yeah.
And he's in a full-on gore slasher horror movie.
And I guarantee you he's going to get killed. I know
can't
for a
wait.
Oh,
I
fact
love
he
it.
is.
Or
You will.
he's
You
gonna be the
fucking
killer.
will.
Or he's going to be
Or
what?
he's the killer.
Or he's the killer.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could definitely see it. It would be an interesting twist, but I don't know. I feel like he's kind of the obvious choice. I feel like Eli would go for a different route. Granted, it is Eli Roth. He did make Cabin Fever. Maybe not.
I honestly
Anyways.
think that he's going to go for a very formulaic but fun
Yeah.
movie. I feel like this is what it's about to be, and I'm totally okay with that. Like, I don't think this movie's trying to be anything other than what it needs to be, and it's just supposed to be fun.
And that's why I always give Eli Roth credit. If you want something that's just supposed to be a fun, turn your brain off kind of movie, you go to an Eli Roth movie.
Mhm.
Now, I will say the one thing that does surprise me, and I would still say it is his best movie, is The House with the Clock on Its Walls. That's actually a surprisingly good family film, and it came from Eli Roth. Be very afraid. Be very, very, very afraid.
I saw that movie. I didn't know it was Eli Roth.
You didn't know it was Eli Roth?
No.
Seriously? It is.
Yeah.
It's directed by Eli Roth.
That's weird. Okay.
I know,
anyways.
right? Yeah,
That's
because it
odd.
doesn't feel like Eli Roth. That's the thing.
No.
It doesn't. Oh, but I love that movie. The movie's so good.
It's just one of those things.
That's actually my first experience seeing something in Dolby Cinema too.
That's the theater to go to. Like, I
Dolby,
love Dolby
yeah.
Cinema over IMAX. It just, the sound is so good.
Yeah, the only thing you're missing is like the bigger picture quality, and that
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I will say
not-
Dolby 3D though is weird. I don't know how I feel about that one yet. I've only done it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eesh, I don't know how I feel.
I don't know that, so it's okay. I'll try
It's
it
basically
once.
Dolby Cinema with 3D glasses.
Oh, yeah. I don't have any interest in that. I'm good.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Hunger Games or Thanksgiving?
Stoked for both.
Same.
I'm stoked for more of the Thanksgiving than Hunger Games, honestly.
Same.
And
Like,
that's fair enough.
you guys know I'm not big on horror, but I'm actually kind of excited for this.
The trailer
Nice.
has me excited, like especially with when he dunks the lady's head in the water and then puts her on a cold ass freezer door. I'm like, I gotta see where this is going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was a fryer at first. I was like, oh, this is going brutal, and then it changed direction. I was like, okay, so
It's
we're gonna
water.
freeze her face. Yeah.
Yeah. No, another one that really did surprise me because I'm like, somebody has to go into an oven. And then you just see, I was like, no, they're showing it in the trailer. Yes. It got
I
me
wonder
so
if they
excited.
stuff anything up their ass.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
If they did, they probably didn't use lube because it is a slasher villain.
Yeah. Hey, all you need is a lemon, apple, and an onion, and you're good.
Anywho,
This is starting to make me hungry.
but I'm not gonna.
Hey everyone, our buddy Ty would like to talk about some news with y'all in a segment we like to call Ty's Gaming Corner. Ty?
Welcome, everybody. My name is Ty, and welcome back to another episode of TGC. And today we'll be talking about a very, very highly acclaimed game, Spider-Man 2. Now, I've replayed Spider-Man 2. I've beaten Spider-Man 2. I did all the side quests, 100%ed, platinumed, everything. And I can say right now, 100%, it's a beautiful game, and I love everything they've done, and they've added so much more stuff to it, and I couldn't be more happier. But today I want to be talking to you about some potential DLCs that I think might be in the game sooner rather than later. One of them is going to be Carnage. Now, if you played one of the side missions, you probably know that there's going to be a symbiotic character, another character in the game, and we all know Carnage. Now, you can't have Venom without Carnage. So I already knew they were going to play a big part in that as well. So I wonder how Carnage is going to be in the game. I wonder if he's going to be as violent in the game as he is in some of the comics and some of the spin-offs we've seen throughout the years. But I digress. Let's move on here. I have it written down. Could we see a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse DLC? Now that's a big one for me, because if you played Spider-Man 2, in Spider-Man 2 you do collect these spider bots, and these spider bots are a resemblance of some of the Into the Spider-Verse characters, and then at the very end of that, there's a little special Easter egg, and I do not want to spoil it for anybody, but you'll enjoy it, especially if you've watched the Into the Spider-Verse movies and have enjoyed, a lot of the things that came from Into the Spider-Verse. But I want to know your guys' suggestions on what kind of DLCs you might think may be in the game, and if they play a big role into the upcoming Spider-Man, or if they will just, make more DLCs about it. I do not know. But this has been a very, very new segment of TGC, and I will pass it along to my friends at Snodacast. Thank you for having me. God bless.
Thank you, Ty, for that segment. On to the main topics. So, our first one is the SAG-AFTRA strike is over. Praise God and be holy.
Fucking
Finally.
shit, bro.
Yeah. So,
We can finally just move on going back to good movies.
yep, we can start talking about major studio backing and everything else like that. Not that we weren't already, but yes.
Yep.
So, thank God the studios are finally able to start letting us know what all is going down. Of course, we also got some delays along with that, primarily some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff got delayed as well, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's really about it that all got delayed. Like, there's a couple other movies here and there, but everything else is staying on track.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
speak about the SAG. Speak about that, the movie delay and stuff. The Coyote movie from Warner Brothers they were supposed to do for the has been written off on a tax write-off.
Actually, they're reversing that.
We would not be having that. Really?
No, they're actually reversing it. They're selling it to other studios for them to distribute it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
Amazon is
So we will
supposedly
see-
going to buy it, and they're going to
So we
release
will
it in
see that
theaters.
Nice.
Wile E. Coyote movie.
Nice.
Yes, we will see the Wile E. Coyote movie.
I saw
Amazon, I
a
believe,
thing about
is the
that,
one that
and
bought
it it sounded interesting. I was like,
Yeah,
that actually would make sense for a film.
it
And
would.
I'm all
and
for it.
Yeah, no, it's a really good idea. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, the plot synopsis behind that, I'm not gonna spit it verbatim, but basically it is Wile E. Coyote has actually officially gotten tired of Acme selling him faulty products, so he decides to go ahead and sue. And the lawyer for Acme is John Cena. Because of course it is.
Oh,
And this is
yeah,
going to be a
okay.
live action. It's going to be a live action cartoon hybrid. So,
Okay, if
So like they did
Foghorn
the last
Leghorn
time,
not
then,
the
basically.
judge, I'm out. Okay,
who's not the judge? If
Foghorn
Aquafina-
Leghorn,
Oh, Foghorn Leghorn. That would be funny. Yes, that would be
or
hilarious.
his,
Or
or
one of
Wiley's
the
lawyer.
jury, or the jury, one of the jury members.
I
That'd be
would,
funny.
I'd
You know
accept
who
him
I
as either
totally see
judge,
being in this movie?
lawyer.
Danny DeVito.
Yes, I would love
Danny
that.
Oh
DeVito.
yeah, please.
Okay, Danny
Yeah.
DeVito as judge.
Yes.
Foghorn Leghorn, either Wiley's lawyer or one of the jurors.
Will Forte is going to be Wiley's lawyer.
Wiley's lawyer. Okay, then Foghorn Leghorn should be the bailiff.
That's good. I love that. Yes. Yeah. But no, what's crazy about it, and the reason why Gallows brought it up as it was a tax write-off, is originally Warner Brothers was going to, it was a completely 100% done film. I think there was just some CGI that they needed to get finished, but it was completely shot. They were going to give it the Batgirl treatment and actually completely write it off as tax purposes. And apparently they got so much backlash, not only from just like creators, which obviously they could have ignored, but like from directors, from actors, from writing staff, from CG artists. They all said like, look, if you shelve this movie, we're not working for you. And Warner Bros is already kind of in a steep spot right now.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is in a shithole right now for
especially for reputation, especially. So it just comes down to like, if nobody wants to work with them, obviously, then yes, they're going to release this movie. And luckily, I don't think they had the entire thing set up to where they would write it off for taxes. So that's why they're selling it off to for somebody else to distribute. And apparently, a lot of people said it's a really, really good movie. So it just comes down to we're just gonna have to wait and see who buys it. I believe Amazon's in the plan.
It's almost like getting a sequel to Looney Tunes Back in Action, which was another great Warner Brothers film.
Yes, almost very akin to that. So that is 100% fair.
It is amazing because there's articles coming out now about, because I cover a lot of horror movies. There is a plethora, and I mean, just off the bat, there's 33 horror movies coming out next year, and those are horror movies that actually are not like super indie movies. These are like big titles, and they have big directors behind them. We get another Jordan Peele horror movie next year. We're getting Smile 2. We're getting
nice.
I don't know. Yeah, we're getting the Crow reboot will be coming out next year.
Oh fuck yeah, I would love to watch the Crow again.
The guy who did Barbarian, he's got a movie coming out next year.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, guess who's in it? Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
right?
Oh yeah. Wait. Did he do which one was it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger one, or
No. You're thinking Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, that's Conan.
No. We're talking about the one that I would not shut up about for its marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else are we getting? We're getting M. Night Shyamalan's daughter is putting out her first movie.
That'll be interesting.
This will be her directorial debut, and her name's Ashana. I can't wait to see what she puts out. I'm so excited about that. There's so much stuff coming out as far as horror alone. And so studios have really just lost their minds about the whole SAG-AFTRA, that they can start finally moving forward and promoting their movies that are coming out. Like, it's huge.
Yeah, a lot of TikTokers I follow also, because they do a lot of what you do, George, is they talk about movies and TV shows and like that. And the few I follow all talk about Power Rangers, and they couldn't talk about any of that because of the strike. And now that it's completely over, my notifications just got flooded with day one of content from these guys. Amazing TikTokers. And I'm happy that it's over. I can't wait to see what else we will get. I'm not a big horror fan either, but I would love to see some good action, some good comedy movies hopefully coming out, and all that all that type stuff.
Yeah.
I can't see what we're going to be getting.
So another thing is I do know that there are like Deadpool 3 is still slated to come out next year, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they said it was mostly done, so they just need to do the effect shots basically. Hopefully that's enough time.
Yeah, it's in
for the effects to be
post-production
good.
right now.
Yeah. So hopefully that's enough time for them to get the effects looking at least moderately decent. I know that Deadpool doesn't always have the best effects. It does and it doesn't. It's very weird how they do it, but yeah. So I mean, at least in the second one had good and bad effects, plenty. So no, and I'm glad about that. Now, of course, almost everything else from Marvel has been pushed back. Like I do know that the new Captain America movie is actually going to be going under 4 to 6 months worth of reshoots, which is basically your entire movie. Because a typical Marvel shoot is anywhere from 5 to 6 months. So you're pretty much reshooting your entire movie. And it makes me wonder, how bad was it? Are we having a Daredevil Born Again situation? But you know, I could get into that in a completely different topic. But no, whenever it comes down to it, it's great that we're finally getting back into motion on everything. There's so much stuff that I'm looking forward to. And I mean, George, you immediately got me excited about all the horror news, especially with Jordan Peele. Which granted, I thought Jordan Peele said he was kind of getting away from horror. I think he said he wanted to do other genres.
There's nothing known about the movie whatsoever. That makes sense. That it's a potential horror movie, and that it's due to come out before the end of the year. So he's already working on it. It's one of the lists that I read about horror movies that are coming out, and they said Jordan Peele. So, but every single movie he's done is so wildly different. I mean, they are extremely different in concept. So whatever he comes up with next, I'm in. I don't care if it's him farting into a fucking telephone for 30 minutes. I'll watch it.
That's actually a fair point. Yeah. But no, I truly enjoyed Nope. Nope was such a good twist, and whenever you find out the twist, it does ultimately change genre halfway through the film, I would argue. Nope is such a really, really good movie. I still really like Get Out, though it's not my favorite from him. I would have to say Nope is definitely it. I would still say his weakest, like, writing and directing was Us, and even then it's still not that bad. Us is fine. It's just it was one
parts.
It could have used some tweaking in the writing room. That's my only problem with it. I feel like the writing was a little bit off, and some of the editing was too.
Yeah,
that was my only problem with Us. Yeah, but no,
never seen
Nope.
Us.
I feel like Us is okay. Nope is really, really good. Get Out is obviously, I think everybody's talked to high heaven about Get Out.
Yeah. Still haven't seen it,
but
I've heard a lot about it.
It's good. I would recommend it.
It's
Just
okay.
go in completely blind. If you don't know what all is going on with it, go in completely blind. And that's honestly, I would recommend that for any Jordan Peele movie. Just go in blind.
Okay.
That's it. It's the best way I can tell you.
Best way to
Nope. Hannah, I think you went in blind with Nope, right?
What?
When I showed it to you. That Jordan Peele movie about the alien ship.
What about it?
Nope. You went in blind to it, right? Like you didn't know what was going on?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Yeah, no, with Jordan Peele movies, I would recommend going in blind. But yeah, finally, strike is over, and we're finally getting back into the normal thing. I believe they said it's a 3-year contract. Let's hope that it does not change in those 3 years.
We hope so.
We hope so.
I mean, they did get a decent deal. I did read over some of it, and the protections for actors and also writers. I know with AI, so that's a big deal. And also being able to get actors payment instead of using their likeness, AI generated likeness for other movies going forward without paying them a single dime. Right. And so that's actually another big deal, because actors before streaming really relied on royalty checks, and these royalty checks are just gone for a lot of actors because they don't get anything for the restreamability of these movies. So that's a big deal for them. Now it's like the smaller actors are actually going to be able to make a living, and they're also providing better healthcare, better benefits, things to take care of their actors. So, this is a big deal. This is a nice thing that's going on right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I heard a lot about the AI stuff that was gonna mainly be towards actors that have passed in the past 5-6 years. I heard something about that too. That's where a lot of people were pissed off about it too. Like I heard rumor of some like new uh like I believe it was a Robin Williams film that was gonna come out in 2027. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like some the AI generated comedy something rather, and it had Robin Williams on it. I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing?
Do you guys watch Black? What is it on? It's on Netflix. It's the sci-fi
Black
show.
Mirror.
Black Mirror. Thank you. There's a whole episode dedicated to this.
That is true. You're talking about the one with Miley Cyrus or a different one?
Different one.
Okay.
It's one of the new season ones where essentially their AI, they have a supercomputer, quantum mechanics computer that is generating its own shows. And instead of actually using real actors, it uses like Selma Hayek for an entire TV show based on somebody's life. And that person's life is just a normal, nobody, everyday person. But the quantum computer and the user agreement that you sign with Netflix says we can use your likeness for anything. So since it, there are cameras everywhere and everything else, it pulled all this information from this girl's life, put a likeness of Selma Hayek into the show, and it became a huge hit. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I think that that's not far from the future. It's not. It's really not.
Honestly, that's like one of the most scariest things about it because of AI. We all seen AI movies like Terminator and other movies about the possibility of them. Yeah. Well, I really think they should use anybody's likeness if they pass away, even if it's just to use in a simple scene. And if they do to use in a simple scene, they should give the money to their families. I really hope that's what they're doing with this new contract. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, that was the thing that they were wanting to try to get rid of, was the fact that if you already have their likeness, you don't have to ask the family. You don't have to pay anybody. They don't get anything. You just basically do it, and they find out.
Which is complete bullshit.
It is. So I will say Peter Cushing's family, I believe, agreed that they would let him. They would use his likeness for Rogue One, if I'm not mistaken. So it comes down to that, and I believe Carrie Fisher's family, because her daughter was a part of the new Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, and I believe that they said that she allowed them to use, because it's well, she passed during the middle, in between two movies, so obviously they had to do with what they could, but it was still just very,
it was very gray area at the time, because that was just that was sort of a new thing.
But they weren't using AI, though. They were just using a whole bunch of different footage strung together. At least for Rise of Skywalker. For Last Jedi. Well, Rogue One was different. That was her daughter doing a stand-in. They were just doing de-aging. That's different.
It's a slippery slope is the issue, because we know that people with the big bucks are going to try to take it as many chances as they can to try to hold on to that money.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Which is why the big concern with pushing AI into this industry was such a big concern.
Right.
Fully agree with that. Yeah.
Alrighty then. If you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go into our next topic.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So, we got trailers, and I do mean trailers. We got Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Avatar: The Last Airbender live action for Netflix. Arcane Season 2 has its first teaser. The new Monarch show has another trailer. Inside Out 2 has its first teaser. And, of course, we also have the new teaser for Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. So, I'm going to start with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. God, this looks good. It looks like a lot of fun.
It looked really good. I'm actually excited for this one.
Right. No, I am too. I like the returning cast, and I like that they're not hiding the fact that obviously the old cast is coming back for what they can. Now, of course, I think they are going to kill Bill Murray off, because he's been asking, if you do another one, please just kill me. Yeah, and I feel like they're going to make him a ghost. Because I think he said he wants to be a ghost in Ghostbusters, and I'm like, no, that's a perfect idea. I
Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
idea. You know,
Yeah.
and obviously they showed that they could do it with Harold Ramis, even though after he had passed. Granted, that was still with a stand-in, and he doesn't say anything, so I don't know how they would do it with Bill Murray. But yeah, so I mean, when it comes down to it, I think that's a good idea. I don't think Bill Murray's going to be in it very long. I know Dan Aykroyd's going to try to be in it as much as possible because it's Dan Aykroyd. And then same thing with Ernie Hudson, because those two guys still love this franchise. Bill Murray, I feel like, is kind of done with a lot of franchises.
I haven't seen anything in the trailer, but I'm hoping Sigourney Weaver has a little bit more prominent role in the
If
next
I'm not
movie.
mistaken, she said she's not coming back for this one.
Never mind then. She's gone. Okay. Got it.
So I believe that they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna do something similar to what they did with Scream 6, which is Cindy sends her love, something along those lines. So I think that's probably what's gonna happen. I genuinely don't know, but I like the fact that we're getting a new ghost this time around. It's not just a returning ghost.
Yeah.
No more Gozer.
No more Gozer, thank God. And a lot of people are like, I would have liked Vigo to come back, and I'm like, no.
Let's start with something new.
The way Vigo got killed
Done.
off, that was fine.
Yeah.
I actually, how Afterlife made that ghost come back, I thought that was actually really accurate.
For Gozer?
Yeah, for Gozer, and it made sense.
Yeah. This
So I
time
was
it's
okay
just
with
another
that.
artifact that got broken open. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Like if we had a resurgence of Vigo's painting, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
Just this random ass artifact? No Vigo. Something new.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they're finally doing that. And plus Paul Rudd, I feel like he's going to steal the show again.
It looks like he has a way more prominent part in this
Oh
movie.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy for him. I really am. It's great that he's actually putting on the damn suit. I did not expect all the kids to come back. Like, I knew Podcast and Phoebe were definitely going to come back. I didn't expect Trevor. I didn't expect Lucky. I didn't expect the mom, the Mrs. Spangler. I did not expect her. But, they're all putting on suits. And I'm like, okay, cool. Where's my Harold Ramis, damn it? Or not my Harold Ramis. Where is... Harold Ramis is dead. Where is my fucking Rick Moranis, damn it?
Right?
I want my Tully. And apparently a lot of people are saying that there's this new character that may or may not be his kid. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let
Mhm.
Rick Moranis stay retired. Let's still get a Tully in there. And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I hope this group, how the original group had Slimer as their ghost companion. Where's this group's ghost companion?
Well, in the cartoon, it was Slimer. I'm sure Muncher will probably come back because I think they were saying that Muncher is supposed to be like the ghost of Harold Ramis.
Okay.
Because Slimer is the ghost of John Belushi. So they're like, oh, well, maybe Muncher, which was the blue ghost that they chased after in Afterlife. They're saying maybe he is supposed to be the ghost of Harold Ramis. And I'm like, I don't hate that idea. I just don't see Muncher coming back. I really don't. Yeah, maybe give him a new ghost or something. But yeah, no, maybe and I know that this one down here loved the mini puffs. She absolutely adored. We're talking about Ghostbusters. You love the mini puffs.
What about him?
You loved them. So I'm thinking
know.
that we're gonna probably get something akin to that. It's probably gonna be like little snowmen or little ice guys. That'd be kind of fun. I don't hate that idea.
That'd be awesome. I think that'd be super cute to look at.
You better make them cute and you better make them little shits because that was the best
Right.
part
Yeah,
about
spoilers.
Ghostbusters.
That would just be hilarious.
So,
Chaos incarnate.
And moving forward with this franchise into the future, I mean, is it going to be a trilogy? I don't know. They're probably, if it does well again, then they definitely are establishing these kids to take this franchise going forward, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So if I get more Ghostbusters out of my lifetime, I'm really happy.
same.
Allie, you were trying to say
Honestly, I
something?
just
Oh, if they do make him cute and a pain in the ass, it's just the Mogwais that spawned off of Gizmo.
That's a good reference. That is a good reference. All right, Gallows, you were gonna say something?
yeah, honestly, I don't. With most movies, I think they should end the series, and I honestly think they should end the series with this one.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Ghostbusters, but that's not my point. That's not my point on it. It's just the idea, don't stretch it out too thin because it starts getting repetitive after a while. So just end on a high note, and that's how the movie should go.
Like
this
there's a
this
definite line that needs to be acknowledged between overdoing it and breathing new life into it.
I argue Afterlife did breathe new life into Ghostbusters.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was mostly its own thing. Like, yeah, there was definitely callbacks out the ass, but like that's different. You know, it was subtle. It was well done in my opinion. The only thing that I like kind of rolled my eyes at was you see a Crunch bar in Egon's jumpsuit. I'm like, really?
That thing ain't
out
good
of
no
all
more.
the callbacks, a Crunch bar. You know, like I get you got the Twinkie because you know that's like a very iconic scene. Like tell them about the Twinkie. Yeah, exactly. You know, but like a Crunch bar, that you deserve it. Here you go.
Well, there's no chance that Crunch Bar is good anymore.
Oh no, there's not. But I'm just saying, like that's I'm like, that's the reference you pull out your ass. Seriously? Like I guarantee you, most like hardcore Ghostbusters fans aren't even gonna know what like why are they focusing on a Crunch Bar? It's like go back and watch the first movie. Oh, I get it. It's
Right.
like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
No, like,
I didn't even understand that reference at first. So
with everything going on with the SAG-AFTRA strikes done with the tentative agreement, I am going to emphasize tentative agreement because it's only a matter of time until the CEOs try to pull some more bullshit. It is good to see all these new trailers coming out now that we do have something to build off of.
I agree.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great actually.
It's nice to have something to be excited for again.
It is.
You know, and we had stuff that was being announced during the strike, but it's like everything's getting pushed back on, you know, release dates, and now it's like we're getting some solid release dates, and all these actors on TikTok and other social media just super excited to get back to work because they have all these projects they're super passionate about. I'm fucking passionate about it. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like you were saying that we were getting stuff during the strike too, but it was so minuscule. We weren't getting a whole bunch, unlike before. But now, since it's over, we're getting loads and loads and loads of stuff.
Exactly.
It's got me excited for like I said, I'm excited for the Ghostbusters film. I'm excited for it.
Well, another thing that I know all of us are at least excited about to some varying degree is the Avatar Last Airbender live action series coming to Netflix.
I'm excited for that.
I am
sorta.
It's a really good trailer. It looks way better than Shyamalan's movie.
Yeah,
honestly, I support this better on this one.
Well, I mean, the thing is the original showrunners were attached to this for the longest time. They were mostly done with production, but then they left to go work on the animated movies that got greenlit. So now it comes down to they're like, but we believe the people that we left behind are good. It has been left in good enough hands that we are going to go ahead and let them do what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and that's ultimately what it comes down to. And I love that, you know. And just going from there, it comes down to a factor of this trailer looks great. I'm very excited about this. I believe it's 10 episodes, if I am not mistaken.
Great. Keep it limited and keep us interested.
It's supposed to be 10 episodes, and I think
10 hours worth of stuff.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like an hour long or something like that.
Yeah.
I only have one gripe, and I've watched a bunch of TikToks of people reacting to this. Yes, it is beautifully done. The scenery, everything looks beautiful. The only thing I'm iffy about, and a lot of other fans are iffy about too, is this trailer did not give us any dialogue from the characters.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Wait. Wasn't this supposed to be a teaser though?
Well, okay, so it's a concern in the fact that if there's no dialogue, we have no way to know if they've done good writing from the original series. Taking anything from the original series, I mean.
Yeah.
We have nothing to base any assumption of how the dialogue's going to go.
That's what a lot of fans are worried about.
So here's my opinion on this, on what you're talking about, Leah. From since I've seen the trailer too, from what I've seen of the trailer, honestly, it actually gives you a dialogue to it, because if you go screen screen by scene by scene by scene of the trailer, it's basically it gives you almost a good amount of detail. Plus, with the narrator, how the narrator talks about it, I feel like it gives you enough detail to understand what's going to happen.
Honestly,
gonna disagree
I'm
with
gonna
you here.
stop you there. I'm gonna stop you right there because yes, I fully agree with you that the fact that visually it's giving you great dialogue, the way the visual is, the narrative. What fans were wanting is legit dialogue from the characters that we
Precisely.
did not get.
Mm.
Dialogue is
That's
not
what
the
we're worried
scenery,
about.
it's not a narrator. Dialogue is conversation between characters.
Mhm.
And if you
That's the
don't
part
have
where fans are worried.
good dialogue, it doesn't matter how beautiful the scenery is.
Mhm.
Dialogue can make or break a series, a movie.
No,
whatever.
don't get me wrong. When I saw the trailer for
Avatar.
the movie that shall not be named,
Yeah,
that came up with
basically.
the series, um,
Mhm.
aesthetically, the movie looks really good. It was where they fucked up with the writing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what a lot of fans
I don't know.
are.
I mostly support the surprise tactic with this one.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
really
you
hoping they
know,
don't fuck up on the series. I don't.
Yeah.
But the
I'm just-
surprise tactic is if I do a little better.
There's a difference between a surprise tactic and not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
True.
Mhm.
I'm saying this as an amateur writer. You can describe a scene as beautifully as you can,
Mhm.
but if your characters have no chemistry, I'm not even talking in a romantic sense. I'm talking like any interaction between the characters not working well. It takes away from the product.
Mhm. And because of what happened with the film that we don't talk about,
The Abomination.
Mhm.
yes, the big
Shyamalan
abomination.
Abomination.
It was a huge letdown for a lot of fans because we've already seen what happened to this when it went live action,
Mhm.
and now we're seeing it again, but this time it's the show going live action. We still have not seen them talking to each other or anyone shouting any orders or anything like that, and that's where fans are worried. Now, even though I've said this from the get-go when I first heard about it and first heard that the original writers, the original creators, all that were attached to this film, I'm still excited for this because the original writers came back and made this film.
Mhm.
I'm still worried about dialogue. Granted, even though I know, like they said, that it's in good hands, one slip up could ruin the whole thing.
That is true.
True.
All right. Well, speaking of one, oh, good. Sorry. So
No,
was
I'm
it-
just saying it's a wait and see situation. That's it.
Yeah.
There
I
it
hope
is.
we get another trailer soon because from
I'm
the
hoping.
teaser, we're supposed to get it out February 22nd.
That's soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if I don't see one around, like maybe after Thanksgiving or around Christmas time, I hope that one actually has like dialogue.
Yeah. So going from one Netflix series to another one, we actually got our first official teaser for Arcane season 2. Not much really to go off of. You just see an animated version of Jinx walking down towards a arc or wherever the hell it is. And I just wanted to bring it up because it is one of those things that we did get a little bit of a chat about. It's one of those shows that went above the radar and then below the radar almost as quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't play League of Legends. I don't, but
Neither do I.
Nope. I've tried.
I played my fair share of it, and it's fine. It's just not my game, and that's what it ultimately came down to. But the show Arcane is phenomenal. I love the show. The
I've
show
heard the
is
show's good.
show's
Never
great.
watched it, but
It
I've
is
heard
You
it's
need to
good.
watch it. It is a great show.
It's now on my list because of the trailers that I watched.
Yeah, no, it's such gorgeous animation, and I will tell you that first 3 episodes, and then the first 3 episodes, I believe, are actually something. They're a completely different timeline by that I mean like it's a lot of these characters that are younger, and then the last 3 episodes, because I believe it's only 6 episodes. The last 3 episodes, there is a huge time jump. Like we're talking like you're going from like I believe the character Jinx is like they're the character who ends up becoming Jinx is essentially I believe she's like 11 or 12, and then
I was
she's
going to
like
say 10, 11.
yeah, and she's like in her 20s by the time you're on the final 3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is done well.
It's really good at setting up the background of why these characters are the way they are.
Yeah. So, all right.
Lost Gallows.
We're dealing with audio issues again. I'm trying to go back and forth. So going from there, we're gonna go ahead and go into the Monarch show. I'm actually looking forward to this because I have like Legendary's MonsterVerse movies. I'm looking forward to this show. I'm very interested to see where we go with this. And I still don't think you're getting enough plot details as to exactly what's going on. I believe we're following a family that is finding out about Monarch, and then I believe one of them joins Monarch. I don't entirely know.
You keep
very
saying this.
big.
The only thing that pops in my head when you say Monarch is the villain from Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dr. Girlfriend.
So from what I watched about this trailer, yes, we're following a family, but this family is like the youngest is like 3rd or 4th generation Monarch.
So what are we talking about now?
Monarch.
That's
The show.
that's what I heard from the trailer. That's like 3rd or 4th generation Monarch, and
I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay.
the mother appears to have gone missing or something like that.
Okay.
Or something like that. At least that's the way it looked from me. Like I could be completely wrong, but I know it's supposed to be like this family is like 3rd or 4th generation part of Monarch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So quick question: could somebody explain it to me what Monarch is, real quick, so I know?
It's the show
I'm
that's
kind of
taking place in
confused.
the Universal or the not Universal. Sorry,
The MonsterVerse.
the MonsterVerse, the
MonsterVerse.
Godzilla versus Kong verse, that kind of thing.
Oh,
Monarch is the
Monarch!
organization
The
The kaiju
butterfly.
Sort of.
governmental thing.
Yeah, the Monarch is an organization
okay.
that basically tracks the monsters and kind of deals with them. But one of the things I really love about what they're doing with this is they're bringing Kurt Russell back to science fiction. And I'm just absolutely stoked for that. And then they also have Kiersey Clemens, which she did. What was that movie? She did a really interesting movie
Heart?
about. Uh-oh.
My apologies. Some child has been taken.
She was in Sweetheart, which was the movie about the girl trapped on the beach with a creature coming after her.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of hers, so I'm really looking forward to this. Like, this looks great, and the effects look badass.
The effects look great
yeah.
for a show, especially. Yeah. No, I think that's one of the better parts of this trailer is that, obviously you also have everything else going on with it, but the effects are phenomenal.
Yeah, if I remember correctly too, it's supposed to take place all behind the scenes of after the effects of Godzilla versus Kong, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% positive on that though. Oh, it is?
I don't entirely know. George.
That's what the synopsis says, is that it's supposed to take place after that event. So it's going to be pretty up to date as to what's going on.
Cool.
Okay. So I wonder if we'll get the I wonder in the Monarch show, will we get to see like some of the effects that have happened after, because Godzilla vs. Kong takes place after King of the Monsters, and when you're watching the credits, you're seeing all these news articles about what each different kaiju is doing to help the planet.
Yeah,
like there's a mysterious forest that just popped out of the Gobi Desert. There's some new species of animals coming out. There's new plants and all this other stuff that you see in the articles. So I wonder if we're going to see those effects.
Everything that's happening is going to be a new evolution as far as the human world goes, because not just that, we have the center of the earth where there's a whole nother ecology going on, and so this is going to expand into the rest of the world. Like this is going to be like futuristic almost with world affecting monsters. This is going to be. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm
It
just
sounds like
hoping
a pretty
we see
interesting thing to watch, honestly.
I'm just hoping we see like some of those effects incur in this world with the show, because with the show it's easier to see,
Mhm.
unlike doing it in the movies.
Exactly. And you can also go into further explanation for it as well.
Mhm.
All right. Well, talking about something that we're still on trailers, talking about another trailer that needs little to no introduction or little to no explanation, Inside Out 2. We also got that trailer. I know that this one down there is very excited
It
about
looks
that.
funny.
I saw her
It
face
does
go
look
from
funny.
to that. So yeah, and I know that her new favorite character is going to be Anxiety, because played by Max from Stranger Things. I forget
Max?
the actress. Not Max. Is it not
Yeah.
Max?
It's Robin.
Yeah, it is. No, it isn't.
Robin.
Oh,
I'm offended.
I thought it was Max.
No.
It's
That was
been a
Max.
while since I've watched Stranger Things,
No,
to be
it's
fair.
played by Maya Hawke.
I've never seen
Robin.
it.
Maya Hawke. Okay, Robin.
I
Yeah.
thought I recognized her voice. I just couldn't picture it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It means she's doing a good job of voice acting. If you can't picture an actress in a voice booth, she's doing a good job.
mhm.
But
Oh yeah, so this is definitely going to be interesting. Inside Out 2 is bringing in new emotions, not just one, like several new emotions. So it's like, great. Now we're going to see Riley going into her teenage years, bringing
Puberty.
anxiety.
It's a bitch.
puberty. What is this? What is this puberty?
Puberty, yeah.
Yeah. But I will
No.
say this: there are
I
two
just-
actors that are not returning. Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling are not returning as
I had heard
Fear
that.
and Disgust.
So I wonder who replaced them as the voice actors for these two roles.
Honestly, you don't really notice it in the trailer unless somebody told you.
Yeah.
So,
Let me see.
which makes me think that they're already gonna not have a big enough role like they kind of did in the last one.
Liza
So-
Lapira will be discussed. I don't know her.
I don't either.
Let's see. She has done Crazy Stupid Love. She's done some small parts, but
Okay, yeah, that
she's
makes
going to
sense.
be in the movie as discussed. And then we have, what was the other one? Fear will be Tony Hale.
That's not bad. That's not a bad.
No,
place.
not
Tony
at all.
Hale's Not bad. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm down for that. Yeah, but no, I'm definitely down for this movie. I mean, they've been teasing. They teased this movie when the first one came out. Like it was at the very end. It's like, what's that puberty button right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do love that. That is great. I love that idea, and especially I love the fact that it's like all the like builders of the brain or whatever just wreck their fucking room and give them a new just to give them a new control panel. I'm like, that's funny. I like that. You know, they're still sleeping. They say you're it's like, what the fuck? You know, just like, yeah, that's funny.
At least we're getting a more interesting rated PG movie, honestly.
Yeah.
About teens and puberty. What goes through their minds.
Yep.
This is going to be an exciting movie.
You're saying?
My favorite thing, I've seen it all over TikTok and I think it's hilarious. They're comparing anxiety. They're like, do you know who this MFer looks like, low key? Look! And it compares it to the orange Muppet.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Animal. Yeah, a lot of people are comparing it to Animal.
Why does my
No, not Animal.
though?
Not Animal.
Not Animal. They're
oh,
not comparing it to
Was
the
it
other one.
Animal?
Insect
No,
one.
I don't think it was Animal. I think it was another
No.
orange, crazy-haired Muppet. Look it up.
Yeah.
The one
Hilarious.
that's always going me, 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 me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
that
Beaker. Not Beaker. Shit. The first one I did think was Animal, but now no, it's not. There's
Animal's
another one.
red.
Crazy haired Muppet.
Shit, I don't remember.
Nope, I got nothing.
So the biggest question for the movie is who and how are these characters going to be looking like for Envy, ENNU?
Enmu?
I don't know that word.
Enmu? I forget exactly what it is.
Ennui?
I don't
Ennui, yeah.
Ennui.
We and a few other characters they haven't showed yet. How the characters look and which ones are the characters' names, basically. There had been some discussion about one of the characters. If I believe you look in the trailer in the bottom, bottom right of it, I believe it's the last one supposed to be Inmu, and the first one's supposed to be Envy. Or it might be
Not
the other way
Inmu.
around.
Not Inmu. Ennui.
Ennui.
Ennui. Okay.
Ugly.
Ennui.
Please,
Well, look, I'm not good with language.
When I say that word, I feel like I gotta do this with it. Ennui. Like I gotta be French. Not too
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Like,
sorry.
I get-
I'm not.
Like I get that it's
don't-
not a word that people hear very often, but please, the English side of my brain is screaming at you right now.
Well, you are talking to a person who has trouble with English. I get it. It is our language, but God,
When I say
have to
English,
go
I mean English.
spelling,
The part of my brain that wanted to be an English major.
oh,
Mhm.
yeah. I had to go to fucking what's it called? Spelling
The same
classic.
side of my brain that screamed at me when I accidentally used the wrong type of there in a Discord chat.
Yeah, I catch
That's
myself
interesting.
doing that from time to time.
Yep, same here.
I'm not even immune to this bullshit.
Yeah, but no.
I had to
Inside
catch
Out
myself
2,
what?
I believe it's coming out next year, right?
I think
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're
Early
Yeah.
next year, I think.
halfway through.
I believe it said
we're
like
halfway through
early
November
next
right
year.
now.
Dope. If it makes me cry as hard as the first one did for an imaginary friend, I give it a solid A.
Seriously.
Yeah. Bing bong. And now, for whatever reason, anytime I hear Bing bong, I don't think immediately Inside Out. I think the fuck your life, Bing bong. For some strange reason, I just think that now. But no, and then I go to, oh yeah, Bing bong, the imaginary friend that. Fuck.
I know the base is
Very
going to
completely
be
opposite
the story is
side
going to
of
be something about puberty, but I'm interested to see what the storyline's going to go with this, and how
Yeah.
each new character, other than Anxiety, is going to get introduced to the rest of the crew.
Right. That's my part.
I think I just might do it little by little.
I do
Yeah.
enjoy just the who's supposed to be who works this, and just everybody looks to the side at this new emotion.
Yeah, just ears. That is
just
one
out
of
of
those.
nowhere.
Yeah.
That is the
All right.
that is the perfect way for Anxiety to show up.
Oh yeah, no, just boom, right there. It's like, hi.
It's
Ah!
right there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm sorry. Where do I put my stuff?
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, on to our final trailer, and then we'll go into our final two topics. Our final trailer is we got our, I believe, full-length trailer or another teaser for Rebel Moon.
It was a full length.
Beast.
It's like 3 minutes long.
Allie,
Like,
did we
yeah.
interrupt you?
No, you did not in this one. This was me emoting.
Oh,
The Star Wars
You're like-
movie that Disney turned down.
yeah, exactly.
I
like
go ahead, Allie.
like it came up on YouTube for me, and usually when it comes to trailers, I just hit skip. But I'm sitting there watching this, trying to figure out, okay, what am I watching? Because God damn it, I want to see this.
Right.
Yeah.
It popped up for me on TikTok, and one of the TikTokers I was watching said hashtag Star Wars on it, like, and I'm like watching this trailer, like, this doesn't look Star Wars.
It's it was supposed to be a Star Wars script, and Disney turned it down, and so Zack Snyder's like, well, fuck you, I'll just tweak it around and make it my own sci-fi thing then.
Yep.
And
Mm.
here we are.
I noticed like some like somewhat Star Wars like, but like
Well, if
It
it's a
looks
Zack
nothing like
Snyder
Star Wars.
sci-fi, of course, it has to do with Star Wars in
Yeah.
a certain type of way. Because that's his back note, Star Wars. For him.
But-
So, of course, it's going to look like it, but not really be
this
it.
trailer looks
Yeah.
amazing.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It really
I
does.
can't wait to see this.
Like it takes a lot to get me not to hit that skip button during a trailer,
Yeah.
Right?
I will.
just because of my own personal philosophy of if I'm interested in it, I want to see nothing about it until the movie.
So I will say this about Zack Snyder, and you can love me or hate me for it. The man is definitely, when it comes to anything that he is perfect at, it is visual storytelling.
Yep.
When it comes to anything else, it is hit and miss.
Mhm.
And that, I mean, as much as I like 300, as much as I like his version of Watchmen, I really do like his version of Watchmen. As much as I enjoyed is a strong word, but as much as I tolerated Army of the Dead,
We're content with.
I'm very content with it. I did not like the cinematography in that movie, but that's a different story. It's that weird in and out of focus thing. Anyways, and he used it in Justice League 2, and it fucking irritated me. But anyways, as much as I enjoy his, I actually really like Batman v Superman's extended cut. It's actually pretty damn good. I enjoy Man of Steel. I went and saw Man of Steel in theaters. I liked it. It was fine. It's a lot of fun, and like that's the thing. So, but I feel like, unfortunately, with Zack Snyder, the man does not know when to end. Oh my God. He's like, oh yeah, you're going to love this. And like, it's like, dude, yeah, I liked it like 2 hours ago.
Stop with the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I've got other things I want to do today.
This is coming from somebody who's watched the director's cut and the ultimate cut of Watchmen. Director's cut's like 3 hours. Ultimate cut is 4 hours. I watched the director's cut like at least twice. I've watched his version of Justice League at the very least twice. Like this is coming from a guy that I actually sit down and watch his shit. But Jesus Christ, man, not every movie needs to be 3+ hours. You can't. No. You can't do it. Give me an hour and a half Zack Snyder film. I'll enjoy it. Hell, 300 was what, 2 hours or just under? It was perfect.
I think that's
one of his best films. I really do. 300 is such a tight movie, and I love 300. 300 is great.
The second one wasn't that good.
Well,
the second one wasn't that good.
I enjoy the second one because, and here's the thing: is I would love like a smash cut of both those because the second one takes place before, during, and after the 300 movie.
Runtime for 300 was an hour and 57 minutes.
There you go, just under 2 hours.
So just like 2 minutes.
That's including credits, though. Anytime they're doing the full runtime, you're including the credits in there too. So it was really about an hour 40-minute movie, maybe hour and a half. So it's just one of those things. It's like it was under 2 hours, and it was really fucking good. Now, of course, the director's the theatrical cut of Watchmen is unwatchable, in my personal opinion. You can't watch Watchmen without watching the director's cut at the least, because the theatrical cut is completely nonsensical. You're going to be lost entirely. Hell, I was lost in the director's cut of Watchmen the first time I watched it. But granted, I was 13, so I didn't really know. But now I've seen it, and I do understand it. And the director's cut's great. The ultimate cut is just if you're a Watchmen fan. That's really all it comes down to. If you are like a hardcore comic nerd about the Watchmen, you're gonna like the ultimate cut because it's basically the same thing as the director's cut, except for a couple extra scenes with two characters that you find out have the same name before they die, and then it has all the Black Freighter comic stuff which is the comic within the comic, which actually also tells part of the story as well. So that's really about it. I don't think it's worth 4 hours. I really don't. Like, the animation's cool. I'll give it that. But like, that's really about it. It kind of sucks you out of the story.
Bringing it all back home.
Yeah, with Rebel Moon. Sorry, I had to go on a little tirade of Zack Snyder there.
From what I've seen of the trailer, I kind of didn't realize how much talent was attached to this movie.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like Anthony Hopkins. I believe Sophia Butella is in this as well.
Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam, yeah.
Hunnam, yeah. Carrie Elwes.
Carrie Elwes.
The Princess Bride. Yeah, he's in it.
He's in a lot of shit that I don't remember he's always in.
There is a decent amount of talent attached to this, and it shows. Just in the trailer.
For sure.
Jenna Malone plays some sort of a spider hybrid being, and I
saw that.
This looks so cool.
Yeah.
My tendency towards monstrous things is showing a little bit there.
Sorry,
I'm with you.
That's your
it's all right.
That's
it's all right.
the DM side of you, Alex.
Yes,
that's
it is.
DM
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, this is a gorgeous trailer. I'm looking forward to this movie. I know that we are supposed to get a director's cut at some point. Now, I don't know if that's going to go to theaters or if this at all is going to go to theaters. I think it's just going to stick to Netflix. Don't quote me if I'm wrong here. But
I don't know, but it looks good. I'm
definitely looking forward to it. That is for sure. But alrighty then. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for trailers. Then we got two more topics, and I think we're gonna call it a night. So Here's one that we were talking about here in a bit. The live-action Legend of Zelda has been announced by Nintendo, out of all things, and apparently is going to go to Paramount, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Paramount's doing this.
I am tentatively excited.
I believe it is Paramount. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I do agree. Definitely excited. It's been teased,
Confused.
joked for fucking God, I
don't know that
Wait,
they
wait,
can do
wait.
better than the trailer that was put out that one April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
that
great.
was years. Oh God,
It was years ago.
It was
That
years
was
ago. Who
years
did they
ago.
But
even have
it's
as
still
Link?
stuck in my head.
Who did
I
they even have
don't
as Link in that
remember.
trailer?
I don't remember at all.
Allie,
But,
do you
like,
remember?
Like I said, it was years ago. I can't even remember who put the trailer out as the joke.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it's cool that Nintendo actually found someone that, even though they were extremely hesitant of doing a live action series, they've been saying that for years because of what happened with the Mario movie.
Mm-hmm.
That they found someone that they think is competent enough to make a live action Legend of Zelda. And like I was saying, there's been rumor, speculation, fan made trailers, even a fan. I remember this. It was back when YouTube was just sort of starting out. There was like a 50-minute long, quote unquote, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time movie, and it was completely fan made. It was stupid, cheesy, but it was still like, it was actually relatively pretty good. But
You'd be surprised how many good fan made stuff is out there.
Yeah.
yeah. But this is just one that it's been going on, rumors, speculation for years and years and years, and now we're finally getting to see one. I'm thrilled.
Okay. So the trailer that I'm talking about came out in 2008
Oh boy.
with J.R. Killigrew as Link.
Who?
J.R. Killigrew?
No idea. I don't recognize many of the
Dude,
names
who
on this
doesn't know
list.
J.R. Killigrew? Really? And you call yourself a movie fan?
George.
What?
I know for a fact you don't know who that is
I
either.
have no idea who that
Yeah, I
is.
was about to say.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
From real
J.R.
unknown
Killigrew. Who the
person.
fuck?
He's a director.
Oh, okay. So that's what I guess they were saying. That's who they were having to direct the movie.
Let's see. IMDb.
So George, you call yourself a
He was
real
David
movie
Bowie
fan?
in
You don't know who
Watchmen.
J.R. Killigrew is?
Dude, you go way back. Way back. You used to
But
date my
no,
mom.
Yeah, so he was David Bowie in in Watchmen.
Oh,
Oh, really?
okay. I know
That
who you're
actually
talking
rang a
about.
bell.
That actually did. Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Now I have a picture for the face. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. What it say? Like, as far as of now, there's been no one casted. No one's been casted yet for this.
No, they just announced that the movie is happening. They didn't announce they announced the Mario movie was happening, but they didn't announce the voice cast until months later.
Yeah, months
Yeah,
later.
there
So
will be
I'm.
rioting if they don't get this movie right. Like,
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
you won't be alone in that.
Yeah.
So basically, over the age of 25 and up. Got it.
Apparently everybody wants Jack Black to play Ganondorf, and I'm like, here's the thing. I don't hate that idea. It would have been funny, but I feel like it's gonna suck out any seriousness for a Legend of Zelda movie. And I'm honestly still confused as to why they didn't keep it with animation, because Illumination did a really good job with Mario. Like that movie made
It's
billions.
Sony, so joining
Sony.
bring to the
Yes, that's a good choice.
Legends will be by time Spider producer
Javier Rod.
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh,
That's
my
a big
Spider-Man
name.
fan. My Spider-Man fan just died a little bit inside. Avi Arad is some of the reason why we got some of the worst decisions in any Spider-Man movie. He's the one who pushed for Venom in Spider-Man 3. He's the one who pushed for all the villains that showed up and all the bullshit that showed up in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And ooh, I don't like Avi Arad.
Also, and what's keep Avi Arad, depending on from what I've read about the article, there's said they're gonna
I wouldn't go that
Why?
far.
They should.
That would not be a good idea.
No,
Like,
That
you've
wouldn't
gotta-
be a good
you're
idea.
gonna
Why not
there's-
go one
delete
that's
half your fan
lore?
base right there. You're gonna delete half.
There's
your fan
plenty
base.
of lore for them to draw
Exactly.
from.
There's too
Yeah,
much.
I know
lore
there's
for them to
plenty-
draw from.
I'm just saying, like, maybe this is gonna be Link and Zelda. That's what I'm going.
I wouldn't hate
So
Ocarina of
what?
Time. I wouldn't hate Link's Awakening. I would definitely not hate Breath of the Wild. I know for a fact that's what they're probably going to go for.
Yeah.
Is Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild
Or Ocarina in
Tears of
Time.
the
That's
Kingdom.
going to be one of those two.
It's one of those. Two.
I
Those
would
are like,
love Twilight Princess.
yeah. Twilight
I
Princess would be a good
Because
one.
it gives the most background to Link before he became the hero of time,
Yeah.
the hero of the
That's
land.
fair. Yeah. So a lot of people are
I would-
also wondering whether or not he's going to have a lot of speaking roles.
I wouldn't mind doing because go. I don't know. I'm thinking, what if they do the first hero time, the first hero? So it'd be the original Link, the original Zelda, and the first original Ganondorf.
Like from the very
So-
first game.
From the very first anything, like how the reincarnations began, go back, like way back.
That's fair. I actually don't hate that idea. Definitely
Yeah.
keep it simple. Definitely do a keep it simple for sure. Another really good idea would be, I was gonna say for like casting wise, I would say let either a relative unknown or somebody that you wouldn't expect to work, but then when you think about it, would for Link. But when it comes to Ganon, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Well-known actor. Well,
You have to have somebody with a really good voice.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue Stephen Blum would be a phenomenal choice. If you're going to do like a completely CG Ganon, get Stephen Blum. I feel like he's a really good choice. Also, I forget the guy's name, but he voices Master Chief.
Yeah, you want somebody with just that charismatic, imposing,
Exactly.
voice, intimidating.
So we're going to
Actor
get
in
Danny DeVito. No, I'm kidding.
No, Danny.
I know you're joking, but fuck you.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What? Oh, what? There actually is a really good character Danny DeVito could play, and I can't think of him.
I will
can't
say
think
for
of the character.
Bryan Cranston's not a bad choice either.
That's I like
I
that,
like that
actually.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good idea. Another one would be, if you want to go the Breaking Bad route, Giancarlo would be a really good choice as well.
Esposito, yeah.
Yeah, Esposito. Yeah, he'd be a really good choice. Oh man, there's so much. There's so many. Now, granted, I know Giancarlo. He said he doesn't really want to play villains all that much anymore, which is fine. But no, I think Bryan Cranston's a really good choice. You get that intimidating factor from him.
Liam Neeson.
He wouldn't do much of a variation from any other character he plays. So
Still, he has that dark, deep tone voice. I think it would work really well for Ganon.
ooh, I'll do you one. Ray Fiennes.
Ray
I'm down with
Fiennes,
that.
then-
We're doing that thing we do every time.
Hey, Voldemort.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I could see that.
Mhm.
I could see that.
But anyways, we're all just speculating here. There's really not much details known. I just wanted to talk about it because apparently it has been blowing up on the internet all week. And we're gonna go ahead and go into our final topic. And this should be a short one, but I wanted to end on a relatively light note. So we were talking about Deadpool 3 is actually still set to come out And of course, we also realized that we have now also, because of Ryan Reynolds, have found out that Dogpool is going to make a cameo in Deadpool 3.
Yay!
And we actually got an official photo of it as well. I don't have it, and I'm not gonna show it, but it'll be in the thumbnail. So yeah, no, it's just one of those things. It's like I feel like this is a great choice. The dog looks a little weird, which is fine. I mean, it's Dogpool, but
It's
yeah,
an ugly
it
dog,
is
and it's
ugly.
cute.
If you've,
yeah,
I want to point out, if you've ever seen Dogpool without the mask, it
it
fits.
does.
Yep.
Yeah, what I've seen from what it looked like in the comic and the picture they took, it matches perfectly. Honestly,
I
really
think it was a
does.
different dog in the comics, though. I believe the dog was a golden retriever, if I'm not mistaken, in the comics.
I don't remember.
Yeah, or it was some mutt, which is fine. But yeah,
A
the fact that
mutt would-
Dogpool is going to be the fact that
A
Dogpool
mutt
is
would
going to
work
make
more than a for.
yeah.
So
Dogpool,
when
a
they
mutt
first
would work.
announced it, when they first announced that they're going to be coming out with a new with Dogpool, they originally said they're supposed to get a new character added to it. It was like an animal. I kind of assumed it was going to be that shark, that four-legged shark was going to be put in there, but not
Oh,
it went with Dogpool.
that would have
Jeff
been
the
Either way.
Land Shark. Here's the thing: you can't
Yeah.
do Jeff the Land Shark without introducing Gwenpool,
Mhm.
because Jeff
Well,
the
they
Land
should
Shark was
fucking add her.
Gwenpool's pet. Well, no, they should, but that's going to be a whole different character, and I don't think they're ready.
I
for
would
that
want
yet.
a full blown movie for Gwenpool.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
or a
fuck yeah,
show.
dude.
I wouldn't mind a show. But yeah, no, the thing about Gwenpool is like Jeff the Land Shark is Gwenpool's pet. The only reason why he's related
Mhm.
to Deadpool right now is because Gwenpool's from her own universe and Jeff the Land Shark is from the MCU canon, so he has to stay with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what it comes down to.
So yay, Dogpool.
Yay, Dogpool! Woo!
Yay, Dogpool! Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Not
Well,
finding what breed he is.
I don't know.
It's
It's
just
mud.
some random mutt. I would believe
It's
he was
some
just
random
random
rat-looking
ass
dog, and we're gonna call it from there. Alrighty then.
basically.
So, all right. So, that being said, this has been Snodacast season 4, episode 33. I'm your host, Black Chef 56. I've been joined by the Real Cinephile, aka George.
Thank you for having me on. I truly appreciate it. You can catch me on TikTok.
Absolutely. We'll leave your link in the description below. And of course, we are also joined by the wonderful HungryHufflepuff, aka Allie.
Be nice to each other. I have power
No.
now. I'm coming for you.
And of course, we are also joined by the lovely and wonderful Hannah.
I'm just here,
I know, but your presence is welcome.
apparently.
And of course, we're also joined by DJ Lionheart, aka Leon.
Let us know what you guys are excited for other than what we talked about. Or let us know if you're excited for what we talked about. And as always, everybody, stay nerdy.
Absolutely, Leon. Feels negative with that.
You
Jen.
had me scared for a
Yeah,
second
no,
there.
he started to do that now, and it always makes me clench up a little bit. And of course, we are also joined by finally Hawaiian-clad shirt yet again, Gallows, aka Thomas.
See you later.
See you later. And for I was about to say for the final time. No. And once and always, I am Black Chef 56. I have no line this time because I am dumb. Or something along those lines. I don't know yet. This has been Snodacast, and we will see you all